What's up, YouTubers? My name's Dusty, and this is my wife, Jen.
Hi.
We just purchased a 1969 Winnebago. This is a D22. She doesn't know this, but I was looking for one for about 2.5 years when I was a little kid. My granddad had one exactly like this, and this is exactly what I was looking for, because I remember playing in it when I was little. So this one is all original. I bought it from an 88-year-old guy. He's had it since 1970, and he was crying like a baby when we had it towed away. Hasn't run since 2001. So, but we own a Summit Automotive Group, and we do restorations and buy and sell cars. So this should be nothing to get it going again. It has the Dodge 318 with the M300 chassis. So that's a pretty tough little guy. Everybody says the motors are strong on it, although I'm not a Dodge guy, but I'm gonna be. So we spent probably 3 days or so cleaning this thing up. We had everything in the world in it, and it was covered in dust, but it is bad to the bone. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow us on our Winnebago adventure. So basically, for those of you that are buying something like this, these are becoming really popular to restore. Personally, I just want to go fishing every weekend in this thing and have a good time. But so far, we'll just do a little walk around on what we've done, and hopefully something that I might say might help somebody else out and get these things started. On the exterior, it's got dual propane tanks, and these are ancient. The previous owner, he says full and 3/4 full, so at least he kept updated. And I checked, and the life of propane is supposedly anywhere between 10 and 30 years, so it's going to get drained. I'm going to make sure the rubber hoses are still good on it. It even has the original locks. Those are from 1969 for sure. If you look right up here, these moldings are just dilapidated. They're actually still flexible, but they've shrunk on the sides, and we do have some water coming in, and we did find these online. As far as the wheels go, it had 20-year-old bias ply tires and wheels, and it had split rims on them. Didn't want to do split rims. Those are supposedly pretty dangerous as far as the rim coming apart on you. So I put these wheels and tires on them. I got them for $500 on Craigslist for radials, and these are actually a Ford wheel. Even though it's a Dodge chassis, it's an 8 on 6.5. So, and I got the extenders on them for the airs. So, anyways, that's what the old wheels look like over here. Old AF. 8 lugs. It has 2 gas tanks, this model. Had to drop both tanks on them. Luckily, they only had about a gallon each in there, so that wasn't bad. So we cleaned that out. Everything seems to be working on it. And then right over here, it shows the model number, D22. Winnebago, Forest City, Iowa. This is the model that started it all. And by the way, this has a light in it. That's ancient, and that light actually works, and the doorknob works. This is my favorite part about this Winnebago. Protected by rigor. If you come around the front, the reason I was looking for this year is because it has this hard line on the front end. I just think that's badass and retro, and it has a smaller glass on the front too. And then down here, it has a W for Winnebago. And then inside here, it still works. That's where you fill in your radiator fluid. That's the oil fill down there, and has a transmission cooler. Nice thing about this Winnebago is this grill is perfect. No dents, no damage, no nothing. It's perfect. Over here, paint's faded. Paint was all chalky. It's original. You touch it and all the paint comes off. So I used the mild detergent, Purple Power, and I used just a brush and went over lightly. Didn't use a power sprayer because that would have blown all the paint off. So just went over lightly, and it seemed to take most of the white stuff off. That's all I want to do. If I had my way, I'd probably just clear coat it and leave patina on here, but we're going to paint it eventually. 2 batteries. They're regular car batteries. One for the chassis and then one for the appliances and stuff in the motorhome. I had to put all new battery cables in there because they were just deteriorated and corroded. Put new batteries in it. Had a sparking issue. Underneath here, and I'll try to show it to you later, there's a block for the power cables. When I put the cables on, I was arcing and almost caused a fire. So that's just one of the things you learn. Positive and negative don't need to touch. Haven't put beauty ring on this one yet, so those are a pain in the butt to do. Very heavy. That's some big brakes and drums. I'm looking for a disc brake conversion on the front. If anybody out there wants to comment on any type of like front disc brake conversion kit, that'd be cool. Just wanted to show you the back here. This is the water fill area. That is super vintage. And then this is storage. I think it's kind of cool. It tells you about your brakes right here. It's amazing that this is all still here. Over here you can switch from 110 to generator power. Down here, inverter, and then that's the water tank on it. I know the pump works because we had a hard time finding where to shut that on and off, but it was on when I hooked the batteries up, so that's cool. So we'll start from the very front. This is basically, I believe, original material on the vehicle, and the dash is pristine. There's nothing wrong with the dash, no cracks, no nothing, which is amazing. We're in Arizona, and it's 120 degrees in the summertime. Anyways, the steering wheel, it's almost perfect. The whole dash, it just doesn't get any better than that on one of these things. You can see the curtains are dilapidated. They're going to get replaced. Jen's taking measurements right now. Very simple, very easy to do. And then right up above we have a fold out bed area. It's like it's full size or queen size, but it's mostly for kids. So that's the front end of the Winnebago. Over here, wanted the mustard yellow. Got to have the mustard yellow. It's almost perfect. You can see where we've started to take away the paper that's been peeling. We're going to repaper it eventually. It's just not on the priority list. Running and driving and stopping is where we need to be at on it. I mean, it's campable right now, assuming everything works. Kind of neat. When I got negotiated the deal, I had to have this thrown in. This is vintage. Channel 2, Channel 3, Channel 4. That's pretty old. If you're my age, you remember those things. Right in here is the fridge. This is ammonia-based fridge. So this actually is probably working. If you look on the very back, I was told if it starts turning yellow inside there, then it might not work, but it looks okay for sitting out in the heat. Right over on the side here, this all works too. The upholstery is in excellent condition. It's really great shape. These are neat because you pull that out and it magnets, sticks right up. Oh, solo cups. What's the party Winnebago without solo cups? Anyways, everybody had to have a thermometer back in the day. You had to have a thermometer. This also has, right behind you, let me show you this, just to make sure you're level. Over here, we've got vintage glass. Everybody had these back in the 70s, so that's kind of cool. But we're probably going to honestly take it off. Come on around here. I don't know if you could see this or not. Let me open this up. We need a new vanity in here. But basically just clean this up. It hasn't been cleaned yet. So we're going to put a newer style RV vanity in here that's got a little brighter light in here, and possibly a subway tile stick on backsplash. I think the thing we want to be concerned about on this thing, since it's kind of rare, is to keep it as vintage and old as possible with some modern upgrades. Like we're going to redo these with the more modern style that are brighter. And then all the plugins and switches are going to be the newer style too. So. Okay, right inside here we have basic wardrobe closet. Nothing special. It's got still has screen shag carpet in there. That's going to come out even though it's cool and retro. Then do a full-size queen size bed. Oh, had to have this thrown in on the deal too. You got to have your vintage Coleman cooler. So that's pretty cool. I like the lock system on that. And then like I said, all these blinds and drapes and stuff, those are going to get replaced. A little bit of water damage, easy to do. We're just going to reseal the roof around the drip rails. We have water damage back here, nothing major, just these top panels. We're going to replace that. That's panel board's easy to do. And then there's a spot on the front too where the CB radio. So when you're cruising down the road in your Winnebago, you got to throw in a John Denver 8-track. Maybe Eagles. How about some Leonard Skinner? CCR. Why do people think that I look like this Breaking Bad guy? I've never watched the TV show, but I just don't get it. Maybe because I was drawn to a Winnebago, I guess. I don't know. Walter White. What's going on?
Alright, so taking measurements of the windows, the curtains. Originally when we were looking at this, we thought we might be able to wash the curtains, but as soon as you touch them, they completely disintegrate. They're just falling apart. Doing some online research, looking at Pinterest, other sites online to get some ideas, and he wants to keep the folds, you know, pleated as much as possible. But now looking at them from what I've seen, other sites is, you know, these are basically just panel curtains with some clips, which seem pretty easy. Not quite sure the colors or designs we're end up going to use, but I think the front and the rear will probably be like a darker bluish color, and then the two sides will be a little bit lighter to help keep some of the light coming through. And the rear window pinch pleat, found a hack online how to do that. I don't sew. I don't own a sewing machine, but apparently you can get some pleating tape, iron it onto the back, use some pleating hooks, and it'll instantly make a pleat. So we'll see. We'll document that, or we'll just use panel curtain all the way around and go from there.
So thanks for checking out our D22 Winnebago, and on the next video I'm going to go through the mechanical part of step by step on what I do when I get a vehicle ready to fire. It's actually a fairly easy process, especially on something like this. This is a very simple engine, it's carburetor. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a comment section too, so if you have any questions or have any advice for us, this is the first time we've done one of these things, so I know a lot of people out there know more than we do. Smash the buttons. Thanks, and peace out.